Okay, I didn't even have time to do my intro yet, and there's a black bear. Well, that is just awesome. I mean, he's barely out of the parking lot. Got a little glimpse. See if you can see that there. Oh, it is awesome. Such a good start to the morning. I mean, I was just taking pictures of the field behind me, the dew and all the vegetation. And I looked down the trail, there's a big black bear coming towards me. Absolutely awesome. It was walking up the hill, and it's still nice and chilly out this morning, so you could see its breath as it was breathing coming out, this big plume of smoke. It was just absolutely awesome. It went up the hill a ways. I'm just gonna leave it be. I don't wanna end up trying to chase up behind it and follow it. It's never gonna turn out very well. So, man, yeah, I didn't even have a chance to do my intro yet, so let's get into the forest, and then we'll actually start recording for the video. But that's a good start. Before I go too far, there's some wooden posts that are lining this section, and old fence posts, and there's a song sparrow that I've seen perching on it pretty much the whole time I've been here watching the bear and just doing some nature stuff. And I want to see, it flew off. I got a couple pictures of it far away. I'm kind of set up really close to it here now. I want to see if it comes back onto that perch, because it flew into the brush over here. And I want to see if I can get it, because there's some milkweed that has kind of, the seed pods have exploded, so it's all the white cottony seeds that are showing. And I want to see if I can get that, and the background is really dark and far away, so it'd be a really nice photo. But I'm just going to try to be quiet and see if the sparrow comes back out or not. But you can hear all of the activity that way where the bear went. Everything's doing its alarm calls. The blue jays, the crows, everything is up there. It's just so nice to be out. You can see the fog back there. The sun is just coming over the trees, and all of this fog is just low hanging, and it's really, really nice. I keep saying that, but I love this time of year.
Hi, I'm Todd DeWald, a wildlife and conservation photographer in New England. Here we'll explore the region's incredible wildlife, and I'll share tips to help you grow as both a naturalist and a photographer. My hope is to inspire you to discover the wildlife around you, and use photography to help protect the places they call home. If that sounds exciting, subscribe and join the journey.
Good morning, everybody. I can finally do my intro now. It's not very often you get a start to the day like that, and it's just so nice to just have that encounter. And it's like if everything now from here on out is just extra. But it's really nice to be out. I'm out in one of my favorite spots, one of my favorite forests, and it's been over a month since I've been out to do any photography. And it's been about a month and a half since I've been out into the forest. So it is just really nice to be out. And I can always tell when it's been a long time since I've been out to just kind of be out in nature and just kind of relax out in the forest and in nature. You just get so run down and just kind of can't concentrate. And, it's just, you just feel when you're not out in nature for a long period of time, at least for me. And so I'm really excited to be out today, because today I have all day. I can just explore and just enjoy being outside. And that's really my goal today, is to basically have today be a refresher, just allow being out in nature kind of recharge my batteries. And my goal for this video is to, if you're like me, if it's been a long time for you since you've been outside, or maybe you don't have a chance to go outside, my goal for this video is to basically have it be your daily dose of nature, to hopefully help you recharge your batteries and just kind of relax, enjoy it, and hopefully it'll recharge you and hopefully kind of help you reconnect with nature if you haven't been out in a while. So that's my goal. I'm out in a beautiful forest. It's mid-September, late September, so everything is changing. And it's just a really exciting time to be out. So I'm going to move on. I'll kind of introduce where I'm at when I get to the next location, and we can talk about things there. So let's just have a day enjoying nature. Okay, I've made myself over into what's considered an oak hickory forest. And what I mean by that, and what that really means, is that when you look at the canopy of the forest, you're going to find mostly oaks and hickories dominating the canopy. So why is that important for a wildlife photography standard, right? So oaks and hickories are really important food sources for wildlife, basically all wildlife, at this time of year. So we're end of September, we're pretty much halfway through fall migration for birds, and a lot of the mammals are ramping up and getting ready for winter. So we have the white-tailed deer, which are getting ready for their rut, and you have them trying to fatten up for the winter, and also black bears getting ready for denning season. And these acorns and the hickory nuts are really, really important food sources for them because they really help them fatten up. And this is a good spot to come this time of year to just kind of sit and hang out and see what you can find. And I also came out to a little bit of a clearing here, and there are a whole bunch of birds up in the trees and kind of low in the shrubby areas. So I'm going to head over kind of down that way a little bit farther. I have some camouflage in my backpack, just find a good spot to sit and set up and see if I can find anything to photograph. I was just kind of standing on this log, just kind of surveying the area, and there's already chipmunks and squirrels that were coming right up on the log that I was standing on, just as I was standing there quietly and still. So we're just going to kind of go over there and see what we can find. There's a whole bunch of towhees and that sort of thing calling, a bunch of jays, some woodpeckers, a lot of activity. And hopefully, if we're really lucky, some mammals will come out as well. Okay, this is really interesting. So I moved over to this section here just kind of get a closer look at what the bird activity is. And I found a red-bellied woodpecker that is going up from an oak tree and going down over to a down tree that has some cracks in it, and it is storing and caching acorns in that crack, which is something I've never seen before, and I didn't know that they did that. So I'm going to get my camouflage on, sneak up kind of over in a position where I can get closer to the log, and there it goes again, just went up to the oak tree again. So I'm going to try to get myself in position so I can get closer and try to get that on film a little bit better. And there's also so many birds just in this little thicket area here as well. So this is really, really exciting. Now it's just all about getting there slowly and quietly so we don't spook everything. It's been so dry. Everything is just so brittle, it just cracks right under your feet. There's so many towhees. Okay, so I'm almost to where I want to go. I'm kind of getting up on top of this slash wall pile because I want to get up higher to be level with the birds because they're all perching on top, and there's a whole bunch of berries and just activity on this shrub section back here. I just hope these logs hold. Red-shouldered hawk. Okay. I have a whole bunch of bushes in front of me and also some behind me as well. So migration is all about timing, right? For the birds, they can sense that the days are getting shorter. They have receptors in their brain. It adjusts their hormone levels. It makes them become restless. And that kind of triggers the timing of fall migration. And it's different for different species. Obviously, some species migrate sooner than others, but fall migration and everything, it's very weather dependent, just like spring migration. So fall migration, the birds kind of wait for and use northerly winds, so winds coming from the north, to help them travel farther south. The diets of birds also change as well in the fall. So during breeding season, most songbirds eat insects. They collect insects for their young, feed the insects to their young, but as you transition into fall, the diets change for a lot of species and it turns to more seeds and fruits and nuts. These berry bushes are really important food sources for birds during fall migration because they provide the fats and the sugars that they need for fuel to fly hundreds or thousands of miles during their migration. Oh, but there's a hawk. Hold on, hold that thought. Oh, that's beautiful. The hawk has its wings open because it's really damp out, so it's probably trying to dry its wings off a little bit. I was trying to get into a more comfortable position because I was on this really pointy log and it flew. But I got some good footage of it as I was sitting there looking around. So that's always a good encounter. If you want to kind of head out and try to find berries that are important for birds, try to look for native ones. So this is a native bush. It's pokeweed, American pokeweed, and it obviously has a lot of these, purplish, reddish berries on them. They're actually poisonous, but for birds, they're able to eat them. And it's also a way for dispersing the seeds as well. So you'll find these bushes specifically kind of along the forest edges and hedgerows, basically where birds are going to be perching. These berries and these plants are going to be found there in open habitats. But other native species like poison ivy berries, birds will be consuming poison ivy berries. Any other native berry tree, dogwood trees, other things like that are really good spots to kind of check out and look at, spend some time at, and see if there's any birds that come that way. And nature times things really well. So it's a little off now because everything's warming up in most places, especially in this area. So the timing's off a little bit, but the berries become ripe right during fall migration. So it offers food sources for these birds as they move south. And right now, this is perfect timing for these birds to hang out and find these berry trees, berry bushes, and hopefully they'll start coming and feeding on them pretty soon. This has just been incredible. Everything has kind of settled back down now. The squirrels finally stopped doing their alarm call, and I've just been sitting here for I'm not even sure how long. But there's been gray catbirds and northern flickers, both foraging on these berries. And there's been some sparrows and some warblers in the brush to my right. And there's even a small wren that is foraging literally below me in these logs and these sticks. So it is just amazing. So far the red-bellied woodpecker hasn't come back to its log yet, but I've heard it calling over there. So I'm hoping that if I just stay, and there's a pileated woodpecker as well. There's just so much activity right now. I could not even have asked for this. 2 pileated woodpeckers. So far I've gotten some good photos of both the gray catbird and the northern flicker. I mean, the northern flicker is the closest I've ever been to a northern flicker. And there's actually 3 on the same branch at one point. Absolutely incredible. And what I really want to do is to get some photos of the birds as they're plucking the berries off the plants. I kind of got some. I got some video footage, I think, of that with the flickers. But I really want to try to get some photos of that. But it's tricky because they often land kind of in the bush itself, so you can't really see the bird very well. But we still have a lot of time and a lot of possibilities. Well, the bird activity has definitely slowed down a little bit. There's still some gray catbirds that are coming and foraging on the berries, and there's still some back in here as well. And there's probably about a dozen cedar waxwings that are foraging just kind of around the corner from me here. So I'm really tempted to actually, oh, there's one right there. Oh, a phoebe. Hold on. Just caught an insect. Oh, a cardinal too. Jeez. I start recording and all the birds come back. It's like all of a sudden, bird activity's going crazy again. There's just a cedar waxwing that landed and was eating some of the berries. Towhee, a female towhee just landed, or maybe a juvenile, just landed on the branch right in front of me. It doesn't get any better than this. So you'll notice that I'm still using OM system gear. So in the course of the past month, I have transitioned into using OM system gear. I have the OM1 Mark II and the 150 to 400 millimeter f4 lens. I loved the combination as I was using it, trying it out during the loan period and have since made the switch, and I have not regretted it at all. Especially, I mean, instances like this where I am literally sitting on a pile of logs. There's no way I could have set up a tripod here that would have been anywhere stable, and I'm able to get all of this footage handheld with this, and it is just really fun to use. I'm so happy I made the switch for it. This is possibly the best lens I've ever used. It's just so versatile, it's sharp, it's lightweight, it's easy to use, and this video is not sponsored by OM System at all. I'm very happy I made the switch. And if you want to check out the gear for OM System that they have for bird photography specifically, they have redone their website and they've created a nice little page for bird photography specifically. And they have a nice PDF on there that you can put in your email, you can download the PDF, and you can have some nice tips and techniques for using OM System gear for bird photography. And I'm pretty sure if you sign up for the email as well, you get a little bit of a discount for buying gear and accessories. So check that out if you're interested. Again, this is not sponsored by OM System. I just love this gear, and I think it's probably the most underrated system out there. It's so fun to use, and it's so nice to use. So that's it about that. I think I'm going to head over a little bit, see if I can get over and closer to where all of the cedar waxwings are. I'm not sure what they're going after down there, but there's a lot of them over there. I'm going to try to do it as quietly as I can so that I don't spook everything again. And I'm actually running out of battery on my vlogging camera right now. So we'll see if I can do any more footage. Otherwise, I'm just going to include the footage that I get. Hopefully some photos and videos at the end of what I'm able to capture if I run out of battery. And yeah, we'll see what we can get. Hopefully this isn't the end. I'll be able to do some more vlogging, but we'll see. If I can always use my cell phone too as well. But there's a lot of activity right just kind of over this little bend over here. So let's go and see what we can find. See why there's more activity this way. There's probably 3 or 4 times the number of berry bushes. So I'm just gonna keep slowly making my way over this way. So obviously it's important to have patience with any kind of bird photography, but especially when you're set up at a specific location and waiting for birds to come feed, you really need to have patience. Well, I am off the log pile. I've moved kind of back into the edge of the forest to have some lunch. The bird activity really had died down, which is expected. It's midday. The sun's getting pretty high and hot. So I figured I'd let the birds kind of be, let them have a break. I got a lot of nice images. Based on what I'm seeing on the back of the camera, I'm really happy with how they look. I mean, some of the northern flicker shots are just amazing. I've never been so close to a northern flicker.
I got a couple nice shots with a wren that came by. I was able to get that as it was singing, and then the gray catbirds as well. I didn't get, at least I don't think I got any photos where the bird had a berry in its mouth. I got some video of that, but I didn't get a chance to do that, which is okay. I can come back here again. There's a lot of berries, and as I crept down kind of to that second section, I think it was just too late in the morning already, and the bird activity just died down so much, so there wasn't much activity down there, but there was probably twice as many berry bushes down that way, so that was a really good spot to come back and try that again. Well, I'm gonna make my way kind of quietly through the woods here, try to head back to my vehicle, and if I find anything to share with you, I will. But I'm just gonna kind of do some nature stuff, show off kind of the beauty of the forest here, and just kind of enjoy the way the light's coming through these leaves right now is really, really nice. But I'm just going to end it here, unless, of course, I find something. I hope you enjoyed this one. I know I really enjoyed it. I had just a great morning. Kind of first outing back in the woods was incredible. Had that black bear encounter right out of the parking lot. And then the morning with the birds. I mean, they were so close to me. It was really nice to be able to be out the first time with my new gear, and just enjoy the morning and being out here. So I hope this video kind of helped you as well. Like I said, if you haven't been able to be out, go out in nature yourself, and you kind of just needed a dose of nature to just kind of recharge your batteries, I hope this video puts you in the right direction, or in a step in the right direction for that, and you were able to enjoy it as much as I was. But that's going to be it. Please, if you enjoyed this one, I know every YouTuber says this at the end of the video, but if you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up, like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, leave me a comment. All of those things really help my videos reach a bigger audience. I'm really trying to grow the channel, and it's a slow and long process, so any help you can provide is really appreciated. And also, I also have channel memberships as well, so if you're interested in that, I really appreciate the support. And coming up in the next couple of weeks, I believe next week I'm going to be doing a video when I was down at the Jersey coastline doing shorebird photography back in August. So I'm going to work on trying to get that video put together. It was a really fun encounter. I was actually able to do stuff with my brother, which was really nice, get some good footage there. The weather wasn't that great, but you'll see that in the video. And then coming up after that, I have some video topics suggested from my channel members, so I'm going to be working on those, one of them including using a monitor on top of your camera for wildlife photography and videography, kind of the ins and outs and what I use it for, and how I use it and set it up, and then also talking about settings that I use for my OM system cameras for bird photography and small bird photography and that sort of thing. So that's going to be coming up. I'm sure there'll be a smattering of other topics and videos in there as well, but that's kind of what's coming up. And yeah, I look forward to getting back out again and making these videos coming up, and I will see you really soon. Thank you so much for watching.